Hey guys, welcome again to my daily video podcast, whatever you want to call it. I'm just recording raw unscripted video for the next 30 days every morning for about 10 minutes. And so today I just kind of woke up and I wanted to, you know, I was kind of thinking about uh, yesterday's book that I read, and it talked about um, you know, the dark night of the soul and awareness and kind of becoming awakened. And a lot of times you'll have moments where you become awakened, you realize that the world is an illusion and we're in this 3D world and there's separate entities if you're in a 3D world, but then you can transcend to the fourth and fifth dimensions. You start seeing non-duality where there's no polarities. There's just one conscious, one being. Um, and what happens is your old dark night of the soul, uh, your daily conditionings and your habits. What it does is it'll pull you back from that awakening, back into your 3D non-awakened being, and again you'll start falling into your old habits, and you start seeing the world as a zero-sum game where someone wins, someone loses. A dollar given is a dollar lost. And so I just want to talk a little bit about that. And I every morning or every day I always listen to at least one video um, from somebody who has been down that road of spiritual awakening. And it's not easy in the beginning when you become awake uh, to not fall into the old habits. And you know you have to wake up every morning. um, you know I wake up every morning. I always express my gratitude, just being alive, for one, to wake up, to give for life to give me this day of challenges to figure out. I don't look at the problems every day as problems. They're challenges. And um, you know I don't know if you do know or not, but so yeah, I always express my gratitude first thing in the morning for everything that I have, everything that I fight for, my family, this house that I live in, um, you know, the material things that I have, just so I can uh, provide a income. Um, and I also want to talk about a video that I made earlier about giving and receiving freely. And you know, yesterday I was driving and I saw a homeless man, and it is really cold outside. And um, I gave him a $20 bill, and it was the last $20 I had in my pocket. And I started thinking, I need to realize, like, what am I a source of? Am I really a source of money? Um, is that really what I should be giving, right? So it's really important to identify what is that source. What is your source that you give from? And you know, I think that's a mistake that most people will make in understanding, like, what is it that you should be giving. You know, and if you're trying to start a business and you're trying to figure out what your niche is, you know, maybe you should start with, what is it you are a source of, right? What is it that you can give? Are you a source of wealth? Are you a source of knowledge? Are you a source of skill? Are you a source of, wisdom? Um, are you a source of time? You know, not everybody has time to give, right? And so I think it's important to figure out what is that source that you are able to give from, right? So, when I gave him my last 20, I started looking at my cash flow coming in because I do have a business. It's a really small business, and I started realizing, maybe this is not a good source that I should be giving from. Um, I do have some skills, and um, I train jujitsu, and you know that is definitely a source that I can tap into. It's unlimited, right? I can share as much knowledge about jujitsu as I want to, and so that is a good source for me. And I've been doing dog care for the last 10 years, and that's another source that I'm very well versed in. Uh, I was talking about manifestation the other day, and um, one thing I've learned about manifestation is that if you want something to manifest, you have to give it to yourself first. Um, the the universe has a frequency, and when you want something, it sends out a frequency that is very repulsive. Um, because it's it's like the universe knows that you want it, and it's just like when you grew up in high school and you were at your first high school dance, and if you're a female, a boy came up to you and was trying to dance with you, and you're like, ooh, very repulsed by it, right? But he was wanting to dance with you, and you're like the universe saying no, go back to your friends. I'm not interested, right? um, and if you're the male, it's the same thing. Like if you were going up to her and you were trying to initiate a conversation and she rejected you, like, look, you were wanting it, right? You were wanting to dance with her, but you know she was repulsed by you, and you just got um, set back to your friends, right? So the way I learn about frequency is, for doing dog care for the last 10 years, I learned right away that if you want a dog to come to you, um, the last thing you want to do is let that dog know that's what you want, right? Because as soon as you send out that frequency, you know, come here, Bella, right? Come here, Bella. You want a treat, Bella? Um, right away that dog knows that's the frequency you're sending out to it. Dogs are very sensitive to frequency, feelings. And so right away the dog senses that. And, unfortunately I've had dogs escape in my business. And, I've never lost a dog, but, uh, the worst thing you can do is chase that dog. Because you're sending out a frequency. And the more that you chase that dog, the more you push it away from its scent and on how to even get back to its home. Um, so one thing I learned right away is if a dog escapes, right, you have to just be patient and trust that they know how to get back, right? And unless it's like a husky, there's certain breeds that just they just want to just keep searching and keep you know going out further away from its home, and eventually it might lose its scent to get back. But the point is, you have to give that whatever it is you want, right? You have to express that feeling so deeply inside that you almost come to tears, right? Like I, you know, I want to start a jiu-jitsu business, right? You have to be okay with whatever it is you're trying to wanting to manifest, that it does not come true, right? Because if you just want it to come true, um, you're basically just sending out that repulsive frequency, and you're just pushing that reality, that desired reality or manifestation that you want. You keep pushing it away, further and further away. You have to be okay with it, without it, right? That is the only way that your manifestation can actually come true. And when you plant your seed, your idea, your thoughts, your charged emotional thoughts on what it is that you want, you have to be grateful. You have to express gratitude. I mean, I am so grateful that I've been given this, you know, this idea of starting a jiu-jitsu community. You know, and every day I'm excited. I can't wait for it to happen, right? You know, that that enthusiasm and that gratitude is the water that this seed that you planted in the universe or the multiverse or whatever. That's what you need for it to come true. And you can't just be constantly like, why isn't it not growing? I mean, that's like a farmer going and digging up the seed and looking to see if it's planted its roots yet. You have to be patient. You have to constantly water it with gratitude and enthusiasm. And so, anyway, that is my experience with manifestations. When I did dog care 10 years ago, I started off advertising on Craigslist, and I built a reputation of pet care, and so I've manifested quite a few things in my life. We're all manifesting every time, all the time. So again, don't send out that frequency of repulsiveness. Send out a frequency of acceptance. Like I've accepted it. I've given it to myself. I'm fine without it, with or without it. All right, and just sit back and watch, and see how it works. See how it works for you. Let me know in the comments if you've tried it or if you've actually manifested before, and let me know your actual personal experience. I'd love to read your comments. And so anyway, thanks for your time. Thanks for your attention. I know it's so hard to give attention with all your all the distractions there are in the world, social media, apps on your phone, that little notification on Facebook. Whenever that notification button lights up, it's like, oh, I gotta click on it. I want to read those replies to my posts, to my comments. So anyway, again, thank you for your time, thank you for your attention, and have a great day.